Welcome back, focused learners, to another explainer. Today, we're tackling a struggle that is absolutely universal. You know the exact feeling I'm talking about, right? You're just walking down the hall, someone drops a super basic question on you, and suddenly, boom, your mind goes completely blank. You really just want to sound natural, but instead you totally freeze up. Okay, let's dive into this. How on earth do fluent people answer so quickly? Have you ever noticed that? Someone asks them how they are, and I swear before you even have a fraction of a second to think about what your own answer would be, they've already fired back this perfectly natural, smooth response like, I'm doing great. So how exactly are they doing that while you're still mentally flipping through flashcards in your brain?
Well, let me reassure you right out of the gate, they are not translating. And more importantly, your problem here, it's not a lack of grammar skills. Actually, the real culprit is what we call translation lag. When you try to construct the answer in your native language first and then attempt to translate it into English in real time, you're creating this massive mental delay. It's like a traffic jam in your brain, and it totally disrupts the flow of the conversation.
The contrast here is honestly key. Translating is incredibly slow, and it often makes you reach for these overly complex words that you really don't even need. But on the flip side, natural replies are short, they're simple, and they're essentially on autopilot. Think about it. Fluent speakers aren't frantically searching their brains for some fancy vocabulary word just to impress you. Instead, they completely rely on pre-programmed, effortless phrases to keep things moving smoothly.
All right, situation one, how are you? Let's look at literally the most common daily question people face in English, along with the ultimate classic anti-example, I'm fine. This is that robotic, textbook answer that learners almost always get stuck on. Someone asks how you are, and you're just standing there intensely debating with yourself, wait, should I say I'm fine, or maybe I'm good, or is it better to say I'm okay? And meanwhile, the conversation is just awkwardly grinded to a halt.
And this brilliantly illustrates why we need better options. Instead of freezing, try grabbing one of these natural replies. I'm doing great, pretty good, not bad, I'm all right, can't complain, or doing well. Notice that snappy, energetic rhythm? They just roll off the tongue. They're completely effortless, and that is exactly how quick and natural conversational English should sound.
So, let's practice this right now. Yep, wherever you are sitting, I want you to literally answer me out loud using one of the phrases we just went over. Ready? How are you? Great! See how easy that was? Let's try it one more time. Let's keep that momentum going. How are you?
So let's practice this right now. Yep, wherever you are sitting, I want you to literally answer me out loud using one of the phrases we just went over. Ready? How are you?
Great! See how easy that was? Let's try it one more time. Let's keep that momentum going. How are you? Awesome. You absolutely nailed it. That is the exact speed you want to aim for every single time.
Let's move to and see how this builds. Situation 2, decoding what's up. Now, if "how are you" makes people pause, this specific question right here confuses almost everyone who is learning the language. Let's clear up the actual definition once and for all. What's up simply means how are things, or what's happening in your life right now. And hey, just to add a quick point of clarification, because look, we've all had that moment of panic. It definitely does not mean what is literally above you. So please, whatever you do not look at the ceiling when someone asks you this in the hallway. So how do native speakers actually reply to it? With these chill, super easygoing responses. You can just say, not much, nothing special, just relaxing, just working, same as always, or just chilling. And the best part is you can effortlessly string these together. Like you can say, not much, just watching some movies, and then immediately follow it up with, what's up with you? See that? It just bounces the conversation right back to them.
And that brings us to situation 3, beyond saying thank you.
This is the final scenario for today's explainer, and it's going to show you exactly how to reply naturally when someone thanks you for a favor. So the crucial point is addressing this extremely frequent learner mistake. A ton of learners simply reply with the single word, welcome. But as the source material makes explicitly clear, that is just incorrect. If you're going to use that phrase, the correct reply is always, you're welcome.
But we want to sound even more natural and varied, right? So let's check out these better alternatives. Instead of just, "You're welcome," try mixing it up with, "No problem," "Anytime," "My pleasure," "Happy to help," or "Don't mention it." Adding these to your mental toolkit, it upgrades your vocabulary instantly. It helps you sound incredibly confident, all without making things difficult for yourself.
And that basically brings us to the core lesson of this entire explainer. Native speakers usually don't use fancy words. They use short, simple replies. Remember, true fluency isn't about using the biggest, most complex words you can possibly find in a dictionary. Not at all. True fluency is achieved through these simple, automated responses that free your brain up so you can actually listen, relax, and just engage in the chat.
So, are you ready to master replies for compliments, apologies, and those incredibly awkward situations? Because honestly, this was just the beginning. The source material dives deep into all of those tricky scenarios, and we are going to be breaking them down in the very next explainer so you can conquer the rest of your daily conversational hurdles. Until then, I want to leave you with this one question to think about. What simple, natural reply are you going to fully automate in your brain today?